What's up? What's up? How we all doing? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Hope you're all doing well. Holy, what a week have we had. Hulk candles. Everybody's out to play. It's exciting. Look at the pumpage. BTC. We got some things to talk about this week, and we're going to look at BTC, where we can go. Are we going to get stopped out? What is the plan? Where are we going to go? So thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we're going to jump into the Bitcoin price as per usual. Get you guys these levels. Check out some things now. Quick mention, Dixie heading downwards, okay? Bullish for Bitcoin. S&P 500 looks like a little bit of retracement. So why is the S&P heading down but Bitcoin's going up? And we got people adopting Bitcoin. We got so much crazy news in the market. I mean, BlackRock, Fidelity, it just doesn't stop, my friends. So look at this Bitcoin dominance. We wanted to let you guys know we are consolidating sideways. We were saying this, and our next target was 52%, and we have come up to that level, ladies and gentlemen. That's why we've seen Bitcoin pump so massively. And yes, others have, like Cardano, Polygon, Polka, all these ones have followed, but Bitcoin has really, really been leading the way, even after Mr. Gensler there brought all that FUD upon us, okay? So we're going to jump into the price action. We're going to look at BTC. We're going to get some levels. Now, the first thing I want to get you guys is the levels of the higher prices, okay? So, yes, we've topped a new high. Congratulations, Bitcoin. New high for 2023. Amazing stuff, okay? Let's spin the otter. Let's see which way we're going to go. And we're going to go sideways because guess what? It is the weekend, and we've had such a move, and you know what? Let's digest this over the weekend, my friends, because if we look over here, we got Jerome Powell speaking next week, okay? We got some minor things in the beginning of the week. It's like durable goods and stuff like that. Canadians, shout out to you guys out there. I'm a Canadian, so inflation rate year over year probably going up with Mr. Trudeau over there, but we got to be careful here. We got Jerome Powell speaking on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We got that beautiful PCE. So we got more volatility coming our way, so it should be a pretty good week, okay? And not to mention all the other things coming in. We got true inflation. It is continuing to come down, which is very good to see, but we still have this target of a hike for the end of July for 74%, okay? So keeping you updated, keeping you informed. We want to keep our eyes on the prize, okay? So if we work our way back up, I have a golden pocket here with the last volume node. Now, what do I mean by the last volume node? Now, if we simply, we pull the fixed range volume for this whole entire range, we can start pretty much anywhere over here. And we pull this fixed volume range, we can see that there's a couple of spots where volume pops off, okay? So we got a little bit of a volume pop here. We got a volume pop here. And we got a volume pop here, okay? So we carry these over. We pull fibs. We look at what is a good retracement price for Bitcoin, right? Where can we come up to and get rejected? And, price has to work its way up and down all the way to that town. You know what I mean? So, yes, it has had a massive pump. We came down to key levels of support that we were talking about. Pop. Up it came. Now we are challenging this massive, massive level of resistance, okay? So this is one thing we have to be very aware of, okay? So how do we trade this, Alex? How do we get a good entry on this run? I feel like I've missed out. What's going on? Is it going to go to 100K and I'm never going to be able to buy a Bitcoin? Deep breath, mindset, relax, don't FOMO in. All these good things, take a step away. This past couple weeks, I've stepped away. Yes, I did end up buying Matic and ADA and AVAX all down at these lows here, but I haven't jumped into the Bitcoin trade. I've accumulated a bit of Bitcoin, but I've filled up some bags, but I haven't traded because I needed to touch some grass, okay? So go outside, touch some grass, be grateful. Go hug go hug a loved one and remember to be grateful. This is an opportunity for life-changing wealth over the long run. We have to have a long-term perspective. Okay, so let's jump into this. Let's take a look, and we can look at Market Cipher here, and we got the green dot on the weekly. Okay, so we're waiting for the confirmation on the weekly. Money flow is curving up. It is still in the red on the weekly, which is still bearish, but we're looking for this to curve all the way up and challenge that zero line. Okay, that's what we're gonna watch for. Okay, we're gonna watch for that. Also, we're going to watch for things such as this. We can see we have the green dot printed on the 4-day. And as we get to the 3-day, I believe, yes, we've crossed the zero line. Very important to note. Okay, whenever we cross the zero line, we have to be aware that we are changing momentum to the upside. And obviously, look at this massive pump. It is looking good. Stochastic is becoming oversold, though, on the higher term time frame. So we need to be aware of that as well. What can we look for here? We can look for some sort of bearish divergence that could bring us down. It is the weekend. I expect a beautiful sideways range to be formed along here, maybe as high as, 31.5, top of this wick and sideways, right? And maybe a little bit down because you see how massive this wick is. And you also note that, look, when we look at this throughout here, we can see bang, 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 bang. I can point at it all day, but you got to realize that we are at critical resistance, okay? Critical resistance. You break 32,500, you're off to the races, okay? Up to some very low volume areas on the Bitcoin price. And with all this adoption, with great hash rate on Bitcoin, the sky is the limit, okay? That's why we gave you those price targets early on. So make sure that you take them down and you're prepared, okay? Here they are again, just so you're prepared. Also, let's continue our way through here. So getting down to the daily and the Market Cipher B here, we can simply see that we are starting to be oversold and the stochastic is actually turning to the red, okay? We are starting to curl over here. We are very much overbought. Yes, overbought. So we're looking for this to curl down, but that doesn't mean we're just going to do that, okay? You can see it happens here, and then it pushes back up, and then boom. It doesn't mean we're coming all the way down to the zero line. This looks to me like we're going to be doing the wave up here somewhere, okay? If we look at other examples, we can see, yes, we came over on the daily. We came up, we curled down, but we got a green dot, so a little bit of a pushback, right? And we hung out at the top of this level here for quite some time. Yes, we had this drop down here, right? But we can hang out at these upper levels here on Market Cipher. So we're going to watch for those in the next coming days/weeks, but we're going to be prepared and we're going to look for areas of where we can jump into trades, where we can accumulate. What can we do in order to be profitable? Okay, so I have our levels here. And with these levels, what we're looking is to not fall back into this sideways range. Now, if we pull this range here from here, and we can see that we have, okay, we can adjust this a little bit here, but we can see we have this value area high. Now, this is at 29,000. So for me, personally, I'm looking for a retracement to 29,000, right? I'm looking for this value area high of the previous range to hold us up and to allow us to continue our way up, okay? I'm not looking for a drop necessarily down to the point of control, which can be a plausibility in the next weeks. But for the weekend, I'm looking for a much smaller range because of volume decrease, okay? Anytime there's volume decreasing, we'll be looking for less of a range, less massive moves, and more of a sideways range with low volume, okay? That's what I'm going to be looking for this week. And I'll be looking for price to work its way down to the value area high in order to possibly look for a beautiful long, okay? Look for a long, keep this stop loss below the point of control, and hopefully grab some nice entries, right? Because we don't want to have the FOMO. I know we all feel like, oh man, 25 to it came down to that level. I had that marked for months and I missed it. Well, don't worry. There's always going to be more trades. There's even possible shorts and longs coming up for us. So what are we going to find here? So Let's flip through and look at the 12-hour and see what's in the upcoming. Yes, we have a confirmed red dot. We can see we are still very much overbought, and it looks like we want to curl over. But money flow, leading indicator for long-term price action, has came across the zero line into the green now. So we'll look for this to continue upwards and then eventually challenge the green line later on in the next coming days. Okay. Now, when we jump into the 6, the 4, all this stuff, we can see that it's red dot, green dot, but it's a battle right now. It's a battle right now. So we can see we're getting a bearish divergence very simply on the 4-hour as we speak. So you can see the higher high here and the lower low, right? There's very simple ways of trading these things. We could have looked for the short position, knowing that we are very much overbought, and we can target the value area high, right? These are trades that we can look for constantly to keep you guys fresh and in the now. So make sure you're keeping an eye on these things for the bearish divs, because price is not just going to shoot straight up to the moon, okay? Now, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's find some trading levels. We have the value area high that we talked about at 29K, okay? So we'll mark that out for us here. That's our low, I would say, in my opinion. Now, let's pull this little range here and let's take a look. What can we find? Okay, so we got a mini range here. Yes, we have the last bit of volume here. You can see it at the 29. Okay, so we have a point of control. So what are we going to look for? We're going to look for price to work its way back to this level, this box here of beautiful price action, right? We're going to look for coming down to this POC of this local range and having a reaction. Will I be trading that? Not necessarily. I will probably look for a swing failure pattern at the low of this range. And where would that be? Well, we're getting into the very, very fine details, but that would be somewhere around $29,600. Now, a $500 move on Bitcoin is still a very, very nice trade. Yes, it's 2.3%, but a 1% with a bit of leverage, you can make quite a nice profit. So we'll look for price to dwindle down here like it is, challenge the POC, maybe come sideways, maybe a little bit bounce, and then look for a long possibility here. Also, what do we have? If we fall back into this range here, which we're attempting to do right now, we're going to look for a retracement. So where can we pull a retracement? Simply with our Fibonacci, we'll pull the retracement from the low to the high. And we can see right at the point of control, we do have our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful golden pocket. Okay? Beautiful. So these are the levels we're going to be trading over the weekend. Right? Small range, but within this range, we can short the highs along the lows, right? And we can look for trades in between that we can ride down for little profits. So throughout this range, I'll be trading it and I'll be looking for these entries. I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord in order to help you guys stay profitable, keep that mindset in check, and help each other grow. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support throughout these hard to read markets as of late. But you know what? Together, join us in the free Discord. We can look for trades and we can be profitable by managing our risk. Okay. If I pull this here, yeah, the last note I would say is to very much be careful of price falling below the value area high at 29,000. If that does occur, then we're looking for a possible retracement to 28,000 at the point of control, where will be a great, in my opinion, as of recent, a great level to accumulate, not financial advice, but to accumulate and possibly look for another long. Okay. So I hope this gets to you well. God bless you. Have a very, very awesome weekend. Much love. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.